grab a few minutes of your time. We won't take too long because I know you're having a great time talking and meeting everybody. My name's Tony James. I'm the immediate past president of the West Australian School of Mines Graduates Association. So, if you're wondering who I am, I'm here filling in for Bill Beamont, who's the president of the Graduates Association, who's in New York. I'd like to say a few words about Norm Stockton. As Norm's leaving, and we're going to miss Norm greatly. He commenced work at the West Australian School of Mines in 1983, and was there at 83 and 84, and I was actually a student there then, Norm. And I remember sitting in one of your classes and you were teaching me about carbon and leach and crap like that. And but I understand it now, and I get everything that you said, so I thank you very much, Norm, for that, and I really appreciate it. So I remember you very, very well, and certainly Norm, he then went to Murdoch for a few years before he came back to become the Wasm Bentley coordinator. And it's one of those cases, I suspect, where the grass is not necessarily always greener on the other side. So Norm came back to Curtin, which is fantastic. So Norm's one of those guys, and particularly in my tenure as the president of the Graduates Association, I'd get these emails from Norm, and usually have a big list of students, and there'd be dozens of resumes attached. And he'd send me this email, and he'd say, "Tony, these guys need jobs." And so then I'd try and distribute all of these students' names and resumes around the whole industry, and we'd try and get a bit of a chain thing happening. So hopefully, as lots of those guys actually got jobs out of that act that Norm actually did. That's a very strong thing for somebody to do. He didn't have to do that, but he was always very, very conscious about making sure that these guys got some vacation experience, and he made sure, and he was the go-to man. He was the link between the university and us in the industry, and when Norm sent us an email and we all knew Norm, we reacted to it and we did something about it, which is absolutely fantastic. But he's probably had to do some hard yards to earn that respect, and it's been a two-way street. It's a two-way street for us as well. The other email that I get from Norm on an annual basis is, "You need to come and do a lecture at Curtin," and that usually pops up. So I got one the other day, but it wasn't you, Norm, so I didn't know what to do. So there's a new person sending out lecture, and there are, for you graduates out there are opportunities both here and in Kalgoorlie for you to do some lecturing. So if the school approaches you to help come and do that, please make yourself available, because I think it's good for the guys to keep in touch with what's actually going on in the industry on a daily basis. So Norm, we thank you, we love you dearly, we really appreciate your efforts, and we're all going to miss you greatly, and we've got a little gift for you, so I'd like you to come up and
now that I have you here, look, thanks very much, TJ. TJ's did like 10 years, was it, as president, and Bill's taken over recently, but what a great association. This is the industry. It is the best industry in Western Australia. I've been teaching students about this industry for a long, long time. But it never ceases to amaze me what has happened in recent years when you look at the Department of Minerals and Industries website and you go in, drive into the statistics, and you look at what are the exports coming out of Western Australia, what are they worth, and who's doing what. And when you discover that 95% of what we sell from Western Australia comes from the resources sector, and that includes oil and gas, sorry about that. If you add all the resources stuff in there, that's 95% of what we sell from Western Australia to earn money to really promote this state, and this state is going to go places. It could potentially have a city as big as Sydney one day, and we have to plan for that, and you guys are going to be part of it. It really is a fabulous industry. You can't get a better industry in this state. All the agriculture, and all the fishing and lobsters and stuff, that's that little 5%. And the resources sector is the other 95 just about. So it's amazing, and it really is worth looking after, and that's what we do here. And you guys, the young guys here, are going to be part of that. And a lot of the old guys that know me, and I taught them, and I'm seeing various people all over the room here, and yeah, I taught you. I went to I think it was an IMO thing back in the International Metallurgists Day in Cottesloe some years ago. I went to this thing, and there was like 30 people in the room, and I taught the whole damn lot. It was really scary. But, that's how long I've been at the game, and it really is a fantastic game, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. There's very few negatives. The odd negative that's completely and utterly swamped by so many positives. Just hearing our lovely Kyle speak tonight really shows what we're about, that we are about building people, building relationships and networks and doing good stuff for our industry and people outside of our industry and helping others if we can. That's very important. I've been blessed to work at the School of Mines and Murdoch, and there's friends from Murdoch here. Hey Murdoch dudes. 13 years at Murdoch and I think 16 years at WASM. And 5 years at the University of New South Wales. Sadly, I don't see too many of those here tonight. Anyone from here from UNSW? Nah. That's too far away, isn't it? Anyway. But yeah, that's where I started. But I've had a great time and I don't regret leaving now in terms of what I've achieved and set out to do. At a very young age, I thought, gee, I like one of those jobs, being a lecturer at a university. Oh, I must do my PhD. And that's one thing led after the other. And all I can say, and I know little Alex there is saying, yeah, he's right. It's great, it's a great life. So anyone who wants to take it on, sorry, there's very few jobs in it. And it's not a great place to be when there are very few job selections there. But if you do get into it, you can really enjoy it and make a difference to students. And that's what I've always tried to do here. With WASM barbecues, trying to network everybody and make everybody happy here. You know, they start to trust one another and know one another. And when they go to Kalgoorlie, just have an even better time when they go up there. I've never heard a student say that they didn't wish they'd gone to Kalgoorlie. Most of them say they wish to spend the whole 4 years there. But alas, they don't know that when they're just coming out of high school. So we've got the best of both worlds here at the School of Mines. It really is a fantastic school. It really is the preeminent mining school in Australia. And they're always winning the international mining games, aren't they, TJ? And thank you to the industry that's always supporting the WASM Wombats and Wallabies. Those guys really do appreciate what you do for them. I'm just blessed to be here and see lots of friendly faces. And I know there's lots of friendly faces that couldn't even make it tonight. But I've taught thousands of students. And I've had some fantastic students. There's been this odd student from hell. But you've got to deal with it, you know, you've got to deal with it. That's part of the job, isn't it? But it's great to see WASM's putting cash into our students in terms of scholarships through the Graduates Association. I really think that's a great thing to do. It's amazing what's happened in geology. Ian, you know, your department's just gone gangbusters and, you know, Lindsay. I remember when geology was down to like about 8 students in first year and now they've taken over 200. And even geology, you know, geology 111 that feeds into mining and metallurgy went past 200 this year. You know, watch out, you know, there's going to be a lot of people coming out and all that means is there's a lot of students wanting vacation work. It's extremely important to give these guys vacation work. If they don't have it, they're almost useless as tits on the ball if they come out without back job. They really, really need it. And WASM Graduate Association, everything they'll do for our students is to make sure they get a bit of a start and then let the rest unfold and hope it happens. But it is a great industry. No wonder Canberra wanted to steal all our money from the MRRT, but maybe that'll disappear soon. We'll see what happens. That's a political issue. But I've always believed that if you want to take money out of the mining industry to benefit Australia, you do it through royalties rather than doing it through Canberra. But that's my silly thinking, I suppose. But there's a few people I'd like to thank, particularly like Carol Thomas. Hello, Carol. There she's hiding up the back there. But you've been fantastic to help me since I've been at Curtin. And also Pete Glover. Is Pete Glover still here? Maybe he's gone home now to look after the kids. He was here. Yeah, he's hiding, but he's been fantastic for me. But Ian Fitzsimmons, brilliant job in geology and looking after our engineering accreditation. I accept that. Ron Watkins, you know, helping out with lectures in environmental stuff. Maya Polanski, where's Maya hiding? Up the back there? Oh, there she is. Always keen to come and talk about drilling and water and mining and stuff. And she's a mechanical engineer, but anyway, she does that sort of stuff. She's lovely. But TJ would always come and have a bit of a chat about, you know, how to design a mine to our first years and stir them up. That's what we love. If you can put back into this industry as a graduate who knows how to do X, Y, and Z, come back, tell our students, and just make it much better for our students. My job was always about students. Sure, I had this horrible stuff called admin, I did a bit of research. I did a lot of marketing, didn't I, Tim? Yeah. But overall, I can't fault what I've had. I've had a lot of fun here doing it, and I've got a lot out of it. And I'm now going to pass the baton on to those who follow me, and good luck to them. It's a tough job, but it's worth doing, and it's worth doing well. I'm going to stop there because I'm boring the hell out of you. So look, thank you very much for coming along and listening to that speech. Yeah, take it. I'm about to have a very long weekend, but there's just a chance I'll be at the Walsall Barbecue next Wednesday. Thank you very much.
I always thought you prepared for those lectures, but you've been bullshit and all that.
Yeah. But what I'm going to do before, very impromptu, how about 3 cheers for Wasm? 3 cheers for Wasm. Here we go. Hooray! For Wasm. Thanks, TJ.
Okay, plenty of drinks over there. Everyone have a good time. Please don't drink and drive tonight. Thank you.